Good evening, a very happy Holi to all our viewers. You're with Newshour Agenda. I'm Madhavdas Gopalkrishnan. Viewers, as we head into the thick of the election campaign, the Modi government's crackdown on corruption appears to be the biggest talking point. And the Liquorgate probe appears to have once again united the opposition in its attack against the centre. Just last week, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, the man ED calls the kingpin of the alleged Liquorgate scam, was arrested by the agency. And remember, this was just a week after the arrest of BRS MLC K. Kavita. The India bloc has planned a mega rally against the centre at Ram Leela Maidan to save democracy, quote-unquote. But is this action a crackdown on corruption or an overreach ahead of the polls? The Enforcement Directorate believes Kejriwal was instrumental in policy formulation and its implementation, and also sought kickbacks from the South group in lieu of favours. The agency has claimed BRS MLC K. Kavita offered the Aam Aadmi Party 300 crore rupees, and about 45 crores from the proceeds of crime were used by the party in its Goa election campaign. But it's not just Arvind Kejriwal alone who's under the ED scanner, but the Aam Aadmi Party as a whole. The Enforcement Directorate said that the Chief Minister used his post to facilitate money laundering by AAP and is vicariously liable for the offence committed by AAP. It says Kejriwal is liable for use of 45 crore rupees in the election campaign of AAP in Goa. And on the one hand, while the ED is widening its probe in Liquorgate, the CBI is cracking the whip in the cash for query probe. After registering an FIR on the 21st of March, the CBI has conducted searches at Mahua Moitra's residence in Kolkata as well, and other premises linked to the expelled TMC MP. The CBI has leveled some serious charges in the FIR, including charges of offence related to public servant being bribed. Darshan Hiranandani has also been named in the CBI FIR, and then comes the IT department's crackdown on the Congress party. The IT department believes that there are transactions by Congress that are unexplained. As per the Income Tax Department, the amount that is under scrutiny is 79.72 crore rupees for the period between 2014-15. Rupees 39.77 crores for the period between 2015-16 and other transactions all the way till 2021. While the BJP maintains cleaning up corruption is Modi ki guarantee, the India bloc calls it the beginning of the end of democracy.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के इसी डर की वजह से वो आज अरविंद केजरीवाल को कुचलना चाहते हैं। वो अरविंद केजरीवाल को खत्म करना चाहते हैं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल उनको चैलेंज ना कर सके, अरविंद केजरीवाल उनको खत्म ना कर सके। और यही कारण है कि आज अरविंद केजरीवाल को बिना किसी सबूत के झूठे आरोपों के साथ ईडी ने हिरासत में ले लिया है, जेल में डाल दिया।
एक राष्ट्रीय पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष को मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट में जेल भेजा गया। पूरा विश्व उसको देख के सकते में है और जितनी भी अपोजिशन पार्टी हैं वो हैरान हैं कि इस तरीके से देश में प्रजातंत्र, लोगों की बोलने की आज़ादी, सवाल पूछने की आज़ादी कैसे बच पाएगी। इंडिया के घटक दल मिलके 31 तारीख को रामलीला मैदान में एक बड़ी रैली करेंगे और पूरे विश्व में, पूरे हिंदुस्तान में एक संदेश देंगे।
Regarding Kejriwal ji, I would say that by putting him behind the bars, the government is misusing the power of ED, CBI, income tax, and I totally agree that whenever a person is put into prison without any reason, he comes stronger.
ये जो हो रहा है महुआ के ऊपर वो पूरा विंडिक्टिव पॉलिटिक्स है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का, भाजपा का। फिर वो केस अभी वो उनको जो स्क्रिप्ट है उसके अनुसार वो सीबीआई में चला गया, सीबीआई अभी जांच कर रहा है। ये एक पॉलिटिकल विंडिक्टिव वे से वो काम कर रहा है सीबीआई।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us is Guru Prakash, national spokesperson of the BJP. With us also is Karan Verma, author. Kamruzaman Chaudhary is a political analyst. Joining us, Piyush Joshi is a political analyst. With us also is Mahesh Bigala, leader of the BRS. A. Sarvanan is spokesperson of the DMK. Dr. Riju Datta is spokesperson of the TMC. Dr. Riju Datta, let me come first and foremost to you. TMC MP, expelled member of parliament now, Mahua Moitra, There has been an FIR that has been filed against her. There were certain raids that also took place in premises where, of course, she has been associated with. But very significantly, one of the key demands of the TMC, that Mr. Darshan Hiranandani should also be probed, is something that is very much appears within the ambit of the agency, because he has now been named in the FIR as well.
Look, we have nothing against central agencies probing. But my question is this: you have to understand the chronology, and I'm saying this for your viewers. After the Ram Mandir was inaugurated, from Pradhan Mantri ji to all their top bottom leaders, they started shouting, "Ab ki baar 400 par." Then what happens is, aapne Bihar mein sarkar tod di, you have broken the government in Bihar, you have arrested Hemant Soren, you have arrested Arvind Kejriwal, you have implemented CAA, but you are giving citizenship to only 31,000 people. Why? Why are you doing this? Because all in all, BJP is scared. Their BJP MP candidates from Gujarat, whose names have been announced, have stepped back from contesting in the election. Bottom line is, I am saying, without mincing my words on this national platform, the Election Commission is working for the BJP. If the Election Commission has the guts, why don't they transfer the directors of ED and CBI? They have transferred our DGP twice within 24 hours. Let's have a level playing field. Let people vote. Before the votes were even announced in Bengal, they have sent 150 companies of paramilitary forces in Bengal. Why?
Okay.
You are doing 7th-phase election, very good, but you have still not given your candidate list for Bengal.
No, on the paramilitary forces, I think one thing is very clear. It's not happening for the first time, Riju Datta. There's been a history of poll violence in West Bengal, and that's what the Election Commission says is the reason that it has done it in so many phases. But the point of whether these agencies can action be taken, let me take that question across to Guru Prakash. Guru Prakash, can there be an action on the agencies if police officers at the state level can be transferred? Why not at the central level? Is the charge coming in from the TMC? Please respond to that.
No, Madhav, I think... let me make one thing very clear. How easily you can level such a huge allegation that a constitutional body, I strongly recommend my friend Riju, my very dear friend Riju, to please go and read the Constitution of India. Please go and read Article 324 of the Constitution of India. Election Commission of India is a statutory, independent, autonomous body. Point number one. Point number two, Election Commission of India was working in the favor of Bharatiya Janata Party. That is why we lost in West Bengal. That is why we lost in Telangana. That is why we lost in Tamil Nadu. That is why we lost in Punjab. What sort of argument is this? This is beyond my comprehension. Whenever something suits you, you are someone to certify that. आप तय करने वाले कौन होते हैं? आप प्रमाण पत्र देने वाले कौन होते हैं? Who made you the certifying authority? Madhav, the certifying authority is the 1.4 billion people of India. When the Supreme Court verdict suits them, Supreme Court is very good. Don't say anything to Supreme Court. When the Supreme Court is verdict against you, even the Supreme Court is under scanner. As far as the question of Mahua Moitra is concerned, there are sufficient evidence to establish quid pro quo. Something for something. Questions were raised. Mahua Moitra was a parliamentary standing committee for data, and she's asking the same question that would benefit the data company. This sufficiently establishes that money was taken in lieu of questions. Now, why are you afraid of it? Chor ki dadi mein tinka. If you have nothing to be afraid of, why are you afraid of inquiry? Why are you afraid of investigation? This is just beyond my comprehension. Let the agencies do it work. Agencies will work. Do not influence the...
Well, I think we lost that line there with Guru Prakash. We'll try and reconnect with him. But let me take that question, in fact, across to A. Saravanan of the DMK. A. Saravanan, the question that is being asked is that the agencies are doing their work. And of course, the BJP would say that several of these cases have been probed over months, if not years. In the case of the Delhi Liquorgate, it's been happening for several years now. It's not a new case that the investigation has just started and, some kind of action has been taken, is what the BJP will say.
See, the BJP, which is chest thumping that it is going to win 400 seats, is scared and is very desperate. I know they know the writing on the wall. They'll not be able to win even 150 seats. That is why this arrest mania is going on. How on earth? When on earth in India did 2 sitting chief ministers were arrested by the Enforcement Directorate? The biggest irony is the Oreva's MD, where 135 people were dead in Gujarat, was released on bail. 135 people were dead in Oreva, bridge tragedy, and that MD was released on bail. He was not arrested. He surrendered in Gujarat. This happened in Gujarat. And did the Enforcement Directorate arrest anybody in that case? No. The Enforcement Directorate, the CBI and the Income Tax Department
was that a case of money laundering or was that a case of...
No.
What is the how is the ED connected to a case like that? Can you please explain to us? Because I mean, you can question the BJP, no problem.
Absolutely.
Please go ahead and do so. But there has to be some factual basis of doing that.
Yes. Absolutely. I will answer that question. So, who gave the contract to him? Was there not any kickbacks? Only because there were kickbacks, such a substandard bridge was allowed to be there. If the investigating agencies, which is known to everybody, has not investigated this angle, then that investigation is a sham.
Okay, so there should have been a CBI probe.
Any rookie lawyer,
okay,
a first-year law student will understand this.
Okay.
Just a moment, let me complete this. See, the all-party delegation has met the election commission. Everybody is changed. The DGP is changed. The Income Tax Enforcement Directorate is bigger than a state's DGP, is it? The CBI director is bigger than a state's officer, is it? Why are they not changed? Why have they not brought under the control of the Election Commission? The Election Commission's notification, 2019, clearly states that no state organization should take any action without informing the Election Commission, which will affect the level playing field. This is a sinister design by the BJP. That is what, ever since January 2024, 10 actions, 10 important actions, raids, arrests have been made against all the political opponents. I am asking, all the BJP politicians, saints, have they dropped from heaven? Ajit Pawar. Why no action against Ajit Pawar?
I've got the sum and substance of your question. I've got the sum and substance. We'll go one by one. One by one. Washing machine will come to. One by one, sir. One by one. Mr. Sarwan, you made your point. Let me put that question across. Sir, please, Mr. Sarwan, please. You know, we all have to be a little bit disciplined. I'm requesting you. You've made your point. I will allow you to come in the debate. Please allow me to put that question across. Otherwise, the main question you have asked will not be answered. The point being made over here, and in fact, I'm just going to come to Karan Verma. Guru Prakash is this, that since January, there are several prominent opposition leaders against whom some kind of action has been taken. On the 31st of January, former Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren was arrested. He was, of course, sitting in office and then gave up his office just before he was arrested. K. Kavita on the 15th of March is arrested. Arvind Kejriwal on 21st of March is arrested. On 17th of March, there was a FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. And now, of course, an FIR registered on 21st March by the CBI against Mahua Moitra. This is too much of a coincidence, is what opposition parties are saying.
No, Madhav, they are free and independent to say whatever they want to say. But let me speak on the basis of fact. Let me speak on the basis of the observation of Supreme Court. It was the Honorable Supreme Court that said that rupees 338 crore money link was established. It is not the Bharatiya Janata Party. It is not the BJP spokesperson. It is the Honorable Supreme Court in its verdict, in its observation, categorically saying that in the Delhi liquor scam, 338 crore money link was established. Where did the money link go, sir? I want to ask my friend from the Aam Aadmi Party. Again, in the Enforcement Directorate notification, we saw an exchange of 100 crore. K. Kavita paid 100 crore to Aam Aadmi Party leaders. Where all did that go, sir? I want to ask a simple question. Now, coming to Bihar and Jharkhand, Madhav, let me make this very clear. The first time Lalu Prasad Yadav went to jail, it was the Congress government. The first time an allegation against the Aam Aadmi Party was made, it was the Congress government. It was not the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Congress government has systematically, institutionally taken them. Now look at this, the double standard of the Congress Party. They are giving a run for money for chameleons as well. आज पूरे देश के जो गिरगिट हैं वो शर्मा गए हैं कि कांग्रेस पार्टी कितने तेजी से रंग बदलती है. It was the Congress Party that initiated and launched an attack, a full-blown attack on Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav 20 years ago, on Mr. Arvind Kejriwal only 3 years ago. So this is beyond my comprehension. As far as Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is concerned, Mr. Hemant Soren is concerned, there are sufficient evidences. You have to understand the difference between a central agency, a civil court, a high court, and a Supreme Court. You are asking that any first-year law student will understand, but this is just superficial understanding of law. When a Supreme Court says arrest, any sort of arrest, inquiry or investigation is at the behest of court, sir. Are you questioning the integrity of court? Are you questioning the independence of court? That is my question to you. As far as we are concerned, Madhav, last 10 seconds. Our Prime Minister has made a commitment to the people of India from the rampage of Red Fort. We have a firm commitment to eradicate the corruption cancer from the Indian political life, and whatever it takes, जो भी होगा, भारत की राजनीति से कैंसर जैसे भ्रष्टाचार को हम समाप्त करेंगे.
Okay, Sarwan wants to reply to you. Yeah, Sarwan.
Can I, Madhav, 10 seconds? Yeah. See, Madhav, if you take the liquor scandal, the biggest joke, if someone has to be arrested, that this should be from the Bharatiya Janata Party. What is the answer for Sarath Chandra? 30 crores donated as an electoral bond immediately after he was arrested, and 25 crores immediately after he was made an approver. An approver, as per the Indian Penal CRPC, should be inside the jail. He should not be granted bail. How did he come out on bail? Because he paid money through electoral bonds to BJP. If they say AAP as a political party should be investigated, it is the BJP should be investigated. Will they allow an investigation? So much things open in the electoral bonds case. Quid pro quo, an extortion racket. The BJP should be the only party, the most corrupt party in the history of India, which should have run an extortion racket. No other political party would have run an extortion racket running to 8,250 crores. Today, they have built a huge building in Guwahati, BJP headquarters. From where did they get that money? Is this not from the electoral bonds? Will the gentleman from the BJP declare that? Declare what is the source of that money?
Question for BJP, so I'm going to allow you to respond to that as well.
Where did they get that money?
Got your question, sir?
BJP has got nothing to speak about corruption. They are the most corrupt party in the country.
Madhav, I do not claim to have the wit and the wisdom of Supreme Court. I am a lesser mortal. The Supreme Court has the infrastructure, the Supreme Court has a system, the Supreme Court has a system of law, and the Supreme Court dispenses justice. I am not here sitting as a certifying authority that who is the most corrupt party. But DMK of all the political parties is speaking on electoral bonds. Let me make this very clear for your viewers that BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, does politics in 28 states and 8 union territories. DMK does politics in 1 state, and the amount they have received in electoral bonds, that is insane. Now DMK, with more than 300 crore of electoral bond, they are making allegation. This is beyond my comprehension. What will happen? These guys, in the quest to save democracy, what we will see in Ram Leela Maidan, son of Farooq Abdullah, son of M. Karunanidhi, son of Lalu Yadav, nephew of Mamata Banerjee, son of Mulayam Yadav, all these people will come and try to save democracy. They want to save dynastocracy, not democracy. They want to save corruption. They want to institutionalize corruption. They want to formalize corruption. But we won't let it happen.
Let me bring in other panelists now. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, it will be the perpetuation of Parivarwad, says the BJP spokesperson. At Ram Leela ground, we are going to see nothing but dynastic politics, dynastocracy, as Guru Prakash is calling it, being perpetuated. Please respond to him.
Yeah, Madhav, you know, for a mere 8 crore rupees hypothetical corruption charges, Rajiv Gandhi was crucified. And you know the famous AG report in the 2G scam of 1,76,000 crores. The entire Congress party or the UPA was crucified. And we know what happened to that 2G scam, a hypothetical figure that has cropped up. Now you tell me, when we speak about corruption, today any man in India will say electoral bonds. The mother of all corruption scandal happened under electoral bonds. You know what happened was 38 companies had received 179 major contracts worth 3.8 lakh crore from Modi Sarkar and BJP-led state governments. This is a statement I'm giving in front of your viewers. Anybody has got the guts, please challenge it. Order an inquiry. Set up an SIT if you have got the guts, Mr. Guru Prakash. But no, because the Modi ka guarantee is there that we will go after 60 Congress leaders before the Karnataka elections. We have got Modi ka guarantee that people like Mahua Moitra, articulate and bold, who raises question on the Hindenburg deal, will be questioned, will be investigated by the CBI and the ED, will be cancelled, will be expelled from the parliament. That is Modi ka guarantee. If anybody in India dares to raise a word against the dictatorship that is there, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they are so damn shit scared that they will bring out all those excuses about Arvind Kejriwal and now what not.
It's a news channel, sir. Kindly, we can criticize the government, no problem.
जिसको जो Madhav
सर abusive words ना यूज करें, मेरा आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, मेरा सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है.
जो भाषा समझ में आता है उसको वो भाषा से बोला जाएगा.
नहीं, please, we can restrain ourselves. No.
I can repeat it once again.
No, please don't. I don't want you to repeat it. That's exactly why I'm saying don't do it, please.
I don't care also.
Mr. Chaudhary, we are a responsible news channel. We cannot allow this kind of language to be used. Please be mindful.
Vocal member of the Aam Aadmi Party from the opposition ranks. You look about what happened to Rahul Gandhi. You very well bulldozed so many bills into the parliament. How did you do that? You expelled around 150 MPs from the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha and passed away all your bills. Why are you so scared about anything? Why are you so scared about Rahul Gandhi? Why are you so scared in ordering inquiries into the corruption scandals that the BJP is involved? Quid pro quo.
I'm going to let Karan come in on this. Because it is fear of Rahul Gandhi. Karan Verma, it is fear of Rahul Gandhi, and it is fear that this government is working on. Action is taken against those individuals who are raising voice against the government. Please respond to Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
So we are witnessing a strange thing, Madhav. They believe that CMs, like they said, how can you take action against two sitting CMs? Do they think that the chief minister is above the law? And it is not happening keeping in 2024 in mind. These people have not shown up on 8899 summons. What do they expect then? The Supreme Court has clearly said there is a money trail of 338 crores. The Delhi court has clearly said Manish Sisodia is the kingpin of this conspiracy. These people cannot get any relief from courts. How can they blame the agencies for this? And they've even approached the Supreme Court. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, all the 14 parties they approached, the Supreme Court gave them a rap on their knuckles and said that the ED is well within its power to do what they are doing right now. So, I mean, you can't just build castles in the air. The fact is, Madhav, ta umri yahi galti karta raha, dhul chehre pe thi, aina saaf karta raha. They cannot answer for their corruption. All they can do, come up with is this rotten language or this rotten whataboutery. एक बार भी ये नहीं बोल सकते कि हमने शराब घोटाला नहीं हुआ. Today, CAG confirms 2002 crores lost to the exchequer. Why did they roll back the policy? Mahua Moitra admitted she gave her login password. Why did she do such a reckless act? Why? So you cannot answer on the merits of the case. All you can do is play victim. This is not going to work because people are intelligent enough to understand कि चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका है. आप आओ सामने कोर्ट से क्वॉश करो ये सारी FIRs. पर आप वो नहीं कर पाओगे क्योंकि there is a lot of answering that you have to do.
Piyush Joshi, I'd like you to respond to that because it's not any other body but the Supreme Court which has in fact, as far as this agency action is concerned, they have turned down the petition of all the political parties, and I'm just quoting what the CJ had observed, that a political leader is basically a citizen. As citizens, we are all amenable to the same law. Political leaders do not enjoy an immunity. Please respond to that point.
Absolutely right. Now, the Honorable Supreme Court is right in saying that. So nobody is questioning the legal aspect of it. What we are questioning is the political intent of it. And that is where, the mother of all the ghotalas lie. Just let me just prove by making one point how the ED is working as the extortion arm of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Right. We have all been talking about Sarath Reddy and his company Aurobindo Pharma. He was arrested on 10th of November. We know that he bought 5 crore worth electoral bonds thereafter and donated to the BJP. I'm sure once he was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, his accounts must have been frozen. His company's account must have been frozen. That is the usual norm, that your accounts are all frozen once the person is arrested and charged under the acts of money laundering. How the hell did he, buy those electoral bonds? And once he turned approver, he went on and buys another 30 crore rupees electoral bonds. And the Enforcement Directorate allows that. How? Please enlighten me. His accounts must have been frozen. If his accounts were frozen, how did he go ahead and buy electoral bonds and then went ahead and physically handed them over, or someone else on his behalf handed them over to the BJP person? Because these electoral bonds have to be handed over physically. Did the Enforcement Directorate investigate this matter?
Karan Verma.
No, I'm not defending any particular individual. No, I am not. All I'm saying is the Liquorgate. You can't get away by quoting some Sarath Reddy or something. The Liquorgate doesn't rest on this one Sarath Reddy. This is the Supreme Court which has said that there is a money trail of 338 crores. It's the Delhi court which has denied bail to Manish Sisodia. So you can't wipe the entire Liquorgate under the carpet by quoting an incident of one individual. This one individual, the one that you're talking about, that needs further investigation or whatever is happening. But
Just
the fact that your Aam Aadmi Party today has committed Liquorgate, for which they had to roll back the policy, you cannot get away with that. This is something that you owe to the people of Delhi. You owe an apology to the people of Delhi. And honestly, the fact that Arvind Kejriwal has made a mockery of being CM by saying that I will run it from the jail, he should step down on moral grounds. Where are those moral grounds that he used to talk about? Where are those moral grounds? Does he want to make a mockery by saying I will run it from the jail, and he cannot even run from the jail? As per Jail Manual 1349, he cannot sign documents or issue orders from the jail.
Yeah, and in fact, the letter the BJP has officially complained about also, Piyush Joshi, where they say that this is a fraud on the people of Delhi.
BJP can complain whatever they want. You know, BJP can say it's a 4,000 crore Ghotala. BJP can say it's a 10,000 crore Ghotala. We have been hearing all sorts of corpus coming out of the mouths of their spokesperson, you know, every now and then over the period of last 2 years. Now, what I'm interested in, you know, I just went ahead and asked a simple question on one specific thing. And I think that proves very well enough how the ED Enforcement Directorate is working in this particular manner. If the accounts were frozen, how the Enforcement Directorate allowed this to happen? This itself proves that the Enforcement Directorate, when it comes to BJP, allows everything to happen, allows everything is to be swept under the carpet. And when it comes to the opposition leaders, when there is no Ghotala, they coerce the people into turning approvers. And then once they are turned approver, then only they give them bail. That is where, you know, the same person, Sarath Reddy, went to the court and told that I've been coerced into making statements. The court denies bail because the ED objects to it. Now let me, you know, this is very clear. This is very clear. You know, we are living in the modern day India where we all have our glasses, you know, where we selectively visualize things, we selectively do not want to see things, and that's where the problem lies.
Okay.
We have to be
I'm putting the question across for the third time in this debate now. You made it again, but Guru Prakash, please respond.
No, I think, Madhav, the opposition camp needs to have a clarity. Who are they fighting against? They're fighting against Narendra Modi. They're fighting against Election Commission of India. They're fighting against the Supreme Court. They're fighting against the people of India. Who are they fighting against? They need a sense of clarity. Allegations were made on us that we are scared. And that is why we are running away from contesting Amethi and Raebareli. That is why our leader, they are leaving their symbols. Mr. Rohan Gupta is your spokesperson, sir. He, along with so many other people, have returned your symbols. So I think we need a sense of clarity as far as the opposition is concerned. We are not scared. You are scared of facing the people of India. Number two, the question on Enforcement Directorate, Madhav, our senior lawyer friends are present in this panel. They would very well remember the year was 2013. Justice R.M. Lodha said CBI is a caged parrot. Did you see, Madhav, in your journalistic career in the last 7-8 years, any comment on Enforcement Directorate like this? Absolutely not. Because back then, when, in fact, 2G spectrum was also discussed by Mr. Chaudhary, in the 2G spectrum case, at the onset of it, ministries were allocated on the basis of lobbying, sir. Now you are giving lectures on transparency. This is beyond my comprehension. Let me make this very clear. As far as Enforcement Directorate is concerned, I am not the spokesperson for Enforcement Directorate, but it was the Enforcement Directorate that has made sure that 1 lakh crore worth property was attached. It is the Enforcement Directorate that is also investigating 10 BJP leaders. 10 Bharatiya Janata Party leaders are also being investigated by the Enforcement Directorate. You should understand this. It is not the UPA time. It is not the CBI. It is not the caged parrot. Okay. But obviously you will have problems with it. You will have problems with it because you want everything to suit as per your convenience, as per your need. But we are very clear. We have a very firm resolve to eradicate the twin cancer of corruption and dynasty. And no matter what it takes, we are going to do it.
Okay. Riju.
Okay, done. Thank you for the monologue, my dear friend Guru. But when he talks about dynasty, he forgets that the leader of opposition in Bengal, his brother, his own brother, Shubhendu Adhikari's brother, has been given a ticket to contest from Kapi. But that is not dynasty, that is not family politics. मोदी का परिवार तो ब्रिजभूषण शरण सिंह है, मोदी का परिवार तो कुलदीप सेंगर है, मोदी का परिवार शुभेंदु अधिकारी है, तो ठीक है, चलता है, मोदी है तो चलता है. Then he talks about corruption. The leader of opposition of Bengal, BJP, is named by the ED and CBI in the Naroda and the Sharoda scam. And he sits beside Narendra Modi when Modi ji comes to campaign in Bengal. Is that not an insult to the Prime Minister of India? And you talk about corruption. I don't know, my dear friend Guru is on the grassroots in the election campaign trail or not, but the country is saying BJP ke do bhai ED or CBI. If you say that the ED and CBI are fair, if you say election commission is acting fair, then either BJP is living in fool's paradise or they have no feet on the ground. Everybody knows, bacha knows what is happening. My question is this, my humble point is this. If Riju Datta does corruption, if I am involved in a 100 crore scam, the ED and CBI should probe me. If Guru Prakash does a scam of 100 crores, the ED and CBI does not probe him just because of one reason, that he's in the BJP.
Okay.
That is where our problem lies. You investigate the corrupt, but if you are a chore, a dacoit, a rapist or a scamster and you join the BJP, you go through their Nirma BJP washing powder and washing machine, then you have Doodh Ka Dhula, Jogi ji. It does not work. That is all we are saying.
Okay.
The law should be equal.
Okay, washing machine charge once again, whether it's Ajit Pawar or other leaders who have joined the BJP, once they come out of the opposition parties and join the BJP, all their charges mysteriously disappear. That's a charge that is being made once again this evening. Please respond to that, Guru Prakash.
Madhav, you would remember that back in the day, there used to be a tape recorder and a cassette used to be stuck. The same problem I'm witnessing with all these leaders, that their cassette is stuck at a single point and they're not willing to buy any concrete, any rational argument. I ask all my friends from the opposition, you give me one evidence that establishes that the inquiry against Ajit Pawar has stopped, that the inquiry against Himanta Biswa Sharma has stopped, the inquiry against any such political leader has stopped. You give me one evidence without making any false accusation. I will admit it right here on your show, Madhav. There is absolutely no concrete evidence. You cannot show any single thing. You cannot show any single notification that establishes that the inquiry on the BJP leader has stopped. On the contrary, Madhav, let me make this very clear. I am ready to give you name of 10 BJP leaders. अब रिजू व्याकुल मत हो यार, मैं सुन रहा था आपकी बातों को. रिजू, don't get desperate. No, brother. I was listening to you. You were mentioning about Sengar, but you will conveniently forget about Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was TMC office bearer, and under his supervision, women from Adivasi, women from Dalit community, they were sexually tortured
you can
in the
respond
police
to him.
station. So don't give us that. No, don't give us that. You are ready to make accusations.
One by one, please. One by one. Everybody will get a turn, please. There are some panelists who have not even spoken yet. Please. Yeah.
रिजू यार मैं सुन रहा था आपकी बात को यार, ऐसे मत करो रिजू.
You can respond to him, sir. Let him make his point. You can give him a reply. Conclude, please, Guru.
That is the problem. I'm reminded of the observation of the Calcutta High Court. The Calcutta High Court said about the Mamta Didi government that there is no rule of law in West Bengal. There is law of the ruler. I think Mr. Datta, who is my dear friend, is also trying to heckle and being desperate to prove that इतना व्याकुल होने की जरूरत नहीं है भाई. You will remember Singer. You will give me 10 other example, but you will conveniently forget Shah Jahan, under whose supervision a TMC office bearer, under whose supervision marginalized women were raped constantly for 55 days. Again, Madhav, let me make this very clear. I can give you 10 names. Lakshmikant Sharma, ED is still inquiring. Surendra Patwa, ED is still inquiring. Mohit Kamboj, ED is still inquiring. And I am able to give you the statement if you give me one evidence that establishes that the inquiry against Ajit Pawar has stopped, inquiry against Himanta Biswa Sharma has stopped. Okay. Please stop making false narrative here.
Okay.
Speak on the basis of fact, speak on the basis of logic, speak on the basis of evidence.
Yes, thank you. Guru, I was not rattled. I was trying to give you my airtime just by asking a couple of simple questions in your monologue. Question number one, Ajit Pawar के अगेंस्ट ईडी सीबीआई केस चल रहा है और वो डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर बना दिया गया महाराष्ट्र में. Sheikh Shahjahan was arrested by Bengal police. Sheikh Shahjahan is thrown out of Trinamool Congress, but Brijbhushan Sarath is still a member of parliament, still getting a ticket from your party. There is a stark difference. We take action. You don't. Again, I'm saying, if I am corrupt, the ED should do investigate me. But if Guru is corrupt, ED will not look at him because he's in BJP. That is what is wrong. And I am again saying, if ECI, Election Commission of India, is free, fair, and have an ounce of shame, they should transfer the directors of ED CBI, then I will understand
All right.
that.
You made that. You made that
You have
point.
brought in an ordinance to saffronize the Election Commission of India.
Guru, very quickly, and then I go across to others. Yeah.
No, I don't understand, Madhav. And thank you that Mr. Datta, my dear friend, categorically made it clear when he gave respect to Shah Jahan by saying Sheikh Shah Jahan. Sorry, I made a mistake by calling an accused by his name. Shah Jahan
That's his name. Let's be fair. That's his name.
No, let me be fair.
We
have to understand. Madhav, bole do yaar. No, Shah Jahan is a TMC office bearer that he will conveniently forget. Shah Jahan, who was roaming around freely for 55 days after heading sexual torture and rapes to women from marginalized community, I will make a noise.
Okay.
That requires a noise.
All right.
This is not going to work. As far as ED is concerned, they want corruption to be institutionalized. They want corruption to be formalized. But we have made a firm commitment to the people of India, and no matter what it takes, we will remove this cancer of corruption.
All right. Let me bring in Mahesh Bigala. Mahesh Bigala, the BRS has been accused of, somehow of K. Kavita being associated with Mr. Kejriwal. The charge of the ED is that money from the South group was then used for the Goa elections. So somewhere or the other, the political charges, the fact that, the consequences of this are that Aam Aadmi Party and its own role is also being looked at as an accused, and of course the vicarious liability of Mr. Kejriwal also as a result of these actions. So this is what the agency is saying vis-a-vis K. Kavita.
Yeah, Madhav, yes, I've been listening to all the co-panelists for the last 40 minutes. Thanks for at least giving me an opportunity. So the way the BJP is bulldozing all other parties and the opposition parties, even in this panel, they're bulldozing everyone and taking all the entire time. And at least you gave me the opportunity to express my
Everybody
views.
is being given time. There are two panelists who are representing the government point of view, and there are several opposition parties which are involved in this matter. I'm not giving extra time to anyone, please.
I've been in the 40 minutes on the panel, at least like
I'm coming to you now, sir. Please make your point. Please make your point.
All right, okay. So when the BJP is talking about all these cases against the opposition parties, our BJP spokesperson saying that there are several cases still continuing on the BJP. Are there no corrupt people on the BJP? I don't want to get into the details of the ED investigation because it's under investigation. Till it's proven nobody is guilty, and whether it's the Aam Aadmi Party or K. Kavita ji, our Supremo KCR already condemned the arrest. Especially, we need to look at the timing. The investigation is going on for the last 2 years. And in the last 2 years, and several other cases on opposition leaders are going on for the last 20 years. But take the arrest of these leaders exactly during the few days before the election, because the BJP is scared to face the opposition leaders. You know that the Aam Aadmi Party is now that they expanded into several other states. Even if you look at the south or north, wherever it is, so they can't face the opposition. So they're using all the agencies to bring up the cases and arrest these leaders. Even the BJP leaders, they were talking about several other leaders, whoever has joined, all the cases are, whether it's washed or on the pause. Because if they are still continuing the investigation, they want to use them, that if they ever want Ajit Pawar, if they want to ever switch back to NCP, the case will come out. If whoever it is, whoever joined the BJP, the cases will continue. They will never be dropped. They will come out when somebody switches the loyalty back again. Okay. So that's how they're blackmailing, whether it's a Nitish Kumar, whoever it is across the nation. There shouldn't be any political parties freely fighting this election. And that's how definitely it is now going to the people's court.
I want Karan Verma to respond to that. The timing is suspect, and that leaders should be free to fight the election, and therefore they believe that democracy is under threat. Karan.
No, Madhav, every time some corruption charge comes up, they make it a threat to democracy and establishment of fascism. Now, our friend Riju Datta ji, he time and again said कि अगर मैंने करप्शन किया है, मेरे पे भी होनी चाहिए कार्रवाई, और गुरु ने अगर किया है तो उन पे भी होनी चाहिए कार्रवाई. बिल्कुल सही बात कही उन्होंने. पर अगर रिजू जी पकड़े जाते हैं करप्शन करते हुए, then he cannot give this defense कि देखो वो भी करप्शन कर रहा था. That will be a very poor defense. You will be punished then. That is the point. आप अगर करप्शन आपके ऊपर अगर चार्ज आ रहा है, you have to prove on the merits that you are absolved of these charges. This cannot be a thing कि अरे वो भी करप्ट है, ये भी करप्ट है. You are answerable for your deeds. So today, Aam Aadmi Party in DMK, we have a convicted minister, Pont Moody. In Mahua Moitra's case, Mahua Moitra has admitted to giving her login password.
No, but that has
in
been
Arvind
reversed,
Kejriwal's
and
case,
he's actually
he
been
has not
sworn in
got any
again.
relief from the courts. The courts are saying there is a money trail. Can you answer on the merits on any of the cases? All you can say is timing, this, that.
Okay,
Sorry,
Saravanan,
people today want hard answers.
the example of,
did you do corruption or not? Come
since
out
the
clean.
example of Podmudi has been given, I believe there's some change in that position, though, and Podmudi was later sworn in as well. But yeah, Saravanan, please respond to that.
Yeah. See, when these people who support the BJP say, can you speak about the quality of the allegation? Yes, the quality of the allegation will be decided at the trial. Which world, in which democratic world does the opposition politicians are jailed for 1 year, more than 1 year? In Manish Sisodia's case, you know what the Supreme Court observed? It said in 2 minutes of trial cross-examination, your case will fall like 9 pins. This is what the Supreme Court judge observed during the bail plea of Mr. Manish Sisodia. What happened next? We all know. And the legal eagles have
said there is a money
written
trail
so
of
many things about the
338
judgment,
crores.
which I
Sorry,
don't want to
please don't
speak about
mistake.
now.
Madhav, you have to put this on
Wait,
record.
sir. Wait.
While denying the bail to Manish Sisodia, the Supreme Court said there is a tentative money trail of 338 crores and denied the bail.
Karan, let him make his point. Let him make his point. You can rebut him. You can rebut him. Let him complete his point. Sarwan, complete your point.
The bail was denied.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. See, for anybody else, we need the Supreme Court to say the money trail. But here, we have the money trail of the BJP, the corruption of the BJP, black and white. Why none of them are speaking about the electoral bonds? The scam called as electoral bonds. Pharma companies donated around 500 crores. What were the allegations? They were providing substandard drugs, and all those charges were not proceeded against. This is in the public domain. Is this not corruption by the BJP? If this is not corruption, what else is corruption? What else will you call as corruption? And the money trail is there for anybody to see. We don't need a Supreme Court judgment to look at the money trail here. And the Supreme Court judge says, they were talking about Kesh Barrett. The Supreme Court judge, Justice Ujjal Buyan, says, if PMLA is misused, nation will suffer. Negative perceptions may arise about ED. Why did the Supreme Court judge has to say this? Because everybody knows that the ED is being misused. The BJP is scared. They are scared of meeting this election with the people, with the opposition leaders outside. See that again, this question. Why have you not arrested Mr. Arvind Kejriwal 1 year back when you have the evidence? You think that the ED got the evidence only day before yesterday? That's why they arrested him day before yesterday? If that is so, is this not undue influence?
So you're saying there is evidence?
Using the enforcement arms
Are you
to
saying
suit
there
the
is
narrative
evidence,
of the BJP?
Are you saying there is evidence? Is that what you're saying?
I am saying if there was evidence, why was he not arrested earlier?
Okay, Karan Verma.
No, I am saying if there was evidence, why was he not arrested earlier?
Okay, Karan.
No, he was... Now, can I please speak? He was issued 9 summons, sir, by the way, and if he was arrested earlier, you would have shouted death of democracy and fascism then also. So you are not happy. Damned if they do, damned if they don't do. And Madhav, to this point that BJP is scared, let's rationalize, understand this rationally. BJP is leading in every poll, everywhere. BJP knows, BJP has enough political acumen. Can I make a point?
Go on, Karan.
Yeah. BJP has enough political acumen, Madhav. BJP has enough political acumen, Madhav, to know that whenever a big leader is arrested, its supporters go to town shouting vendetta, vendetta and try to garner some sympathy, and it has benefited people electorally in the past. Do you think if BJP was maneuvering all this, BJP, which is in a pole position right now as per all polls, would do something like this? Do they really need to do all this right now when they are way ahead in all polls?
But there is one question I want to ask Guru Prakash. Guru Prakash, you know, the last 6-8 months, we've had many a debate about cracks in the India alliance, differences, etc., of how certain parties such as Nitish Kumar have left, so on and so forth, how they're not fighting together in several states. All of those aspects were there. But this is one issue which seems to have galvanized the opposition over at least the last week or the last 4 days, particularly after Mr. Kejriwal's arrest, where they're all appearing to be on the same page. And will this Ram Leela Maidan moment be something that the BJP and the NDA will have to worry a bit about if they all actually genuinely come together and start working together?
No, Madhav, I come from Bihar. And probably the architect of India Alliance, Mr. Nitish Kumar, he is no longer with the India Alliance. I think he had to leave India Alliance because any leader of consequence, any leader of resilience cannot exist in an ecosystem of India Alliance, where you are only and only perpetuating one leader who is trying to prove himself, who has been trying to prove himself for the last 20 years. And as far as Ram Leela Maidan is concerned, like I said, in a Hindi, there is muhavra called na nauman tel hoga, na radha nachegi. This is precisely what is going to happen. This has happened in March in Bihar as well. In Patna, all the leaders of the Mahagathbandhan India Alliance came together.
Quick response, Kamruzaman Chaudhary. The India Alliance won't work because there's just one leader who's trying to project himself. Quick response, please. Almost out of time.
Now, Madhav, is becoming crystal clear after the electoral bonds expose how the ED was used to get hafta vasuli from businesses across India. The same policy ED has been using to divide opposition parties, to get hold of opposition MLAs, MPs and leaders into their party. Nitish was also a Palturam, so we don't worry about Nitish about. But how they tore apart the NCP, the Shiv Sena in Maharashtra, that is all for to see. And now the BJP is not even pretending that we are a functional democracy. We are a democracy which will try to get hold of anybody who is trying to oppose us. Okay. We are becoming more of a Putin's Russia, or you can say Kim's North Korea. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay,
and only
we'll have to leave it there. We'll have to leave it there.
Convention
Opposition says that is too much of a coincidence. The timing is extremely suspect. The kind of actions being taken by the central agencies just ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. The government says that this is nothing but a crackdown and that the agencies are independent. Nevertheless, this is of course going to be the subject of much debate over the next few weeks in the run-up to the Lok Sabha polls. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.